Well, the thing about West Memphis was the Plantation Inn, pure and simple. And it had been, I guess, it had been running since the 40s. It was a roadhouse. It had been a gambling house before. And of course, again, this is utterly segregated. They had a black band that by the time I started going, Phineas Newbern Sr. Had run a band there. Willie Mitchell had a band there for a while, but by the time I started going, it was Ben Branch and the Largos. Now, in that photograph, that Martin Luther King photograph, the guy pointing is Ben Branch. In the late 50s, early 60s, he was the band leader at the Plantation Inn, with Blind Oscar playing the organ, Big Bell playing the drums, and Guitar Friday, and they had this almost transvestite singer named Wild Charlie, Tennessee Turner. They call him Tennessee Turner on this side of on the Tennessee side of the river, and Wild Charlie in Arkansas. And everybody my age in Memphis copied Wild Charlie. And the Del Rios was the vocal group. And again, every band my age and a little younger did their version of Stormy Weather. I mean, you weren't from Memphis if you couldn't play Stormy Weather, you know. And the concept of the band, though, was like two horn players, you know, and a rhythm section. Like thin, back then, a thin horn section. And that's the Memphis Sound. That's where it all came from. But everybody, see, Wayne Jackson, the trumpet player in the Marquis and the Memphis Horns, was from West Memphis. And, you know, all of the frat boys, for sure. I mean, that was the place you went, you know, because you could get in, for one reason. The older I get, the more respect I have for Jim Stewart. That being said, Jim Stewart was a hillbilly violin player, or fiddle player more specifically, and a bank teller. If you ever met Jim Stewart or Estelle Axton, taking nothing away from either one of them, I think it would be easy to see that probably the last thing they would think of was recording black music. It was not their idea. It was Packy's idea, Estelle's son, who was the erstwhile leader of the Marquis, the saxophone player. And he had learned to play saxophone from Gilbert Caples, who played saxophone at the Plantation Inn. It's really that simple. And Packy just brought the music across the river. And it was him, nobody else.